What's up, Christ and Sports fam? This is Chris Thomas once again. Just a quick, conversation about, hey, my mama is meaner than your mama. I mean, with Mother's Day around the corner, I'm going to talk to you young kids, just a quick little personal story about me and my mom or my parents. I mean, let's see, man. We used to have a garage, and I don't even ever know if we had a garage door opener. I was the garage door opener. It didn't matter what time of the day it was. I was the garage door opener. It'd be 5 a.m. We didn't even have anywhere to go. My mom would wake us up and say, look, it's time for me to leave. Open up the garage. We'd have to let the garage up, watch her back out, and then let that thing down, and then go back in the house so we can go back to sleep. This was all the time. When she came home, if she had groceries, she would lay on the horn. She would just honk. She would honk all day long. If any of my neighbors ever see this video, they would be like, oh, that's what was going on. My mom used to honk this horn all day long. She used to make us come out. I don't care if we were asleep. She would wake us up and make us come let down the garage and get the groceries. Because she was like, hey, I bought the groceries. I'm not putting them up. I bought them. I paid for them. You don't have a job, so put them up. I used to think she was so mean. She was the meanest mama ever. She was so mean. Till this day, I'm 33 years old. I've never used a dishwasher. We had a dishwasher. We never used it. We used to have to wash the dishes by hand every night on our particular dish day, and we could not let them air dry. We had to dry them with a towel and put them up. We had to wipe the cabinets down. We had to mop the floors every night. I remember trying to go to sleep after a long day at a track meet in high school, and it would be like 2 a.m. My mom would wake us up and say, it's your dish day. You didn't finish the dishes. Wake up. It's a school night, 2 a.m. I don't care if I had SATs. I don't care if I had the TOS test, which is now the STAR test, tax test. She would wake us up and say, look, your dish day is today, and you didn't do it. You didn't hold up your end of the bargain. You need to wash the dishes. We lived in church. I went to church so much, I used to think I needed to clock in and get a paycheck because I was at 8 o'clock service, 11 o'clock service, noon service. I would go home, come right back for evening service. I was usher. I was choir. I was a janitor. I was everything at church. I ran the church. My mom was crazy. I'm trying to think what else. We had crazy curfews. We never spent the night at anybody's house. We were never able to spend the night over anybody's house. The first time I spent the night over someone's house was when I went to college. We were never able to spend the night over anybody's house. We'd walk in the house and my mom would smell us like, hey, have you guys been smoking? Have you guys been smoking marijuana? She would sniff us. This lady was crazy. Happy Mother's Day, Mom, by the way. But she was crazy. But let me tell you about this mama that was crazy. She was so crazy, and she was so regimented, so rule-oriented. I tell people about how strict my mom was today. And, my mom very rarely came to my track meets because my mom was working. I remember my mom getting laid off at a job or fired because she fell asleep on the job. It was like her second or third job. But what I will tell you, these crazy rules, my mama was crazy. So I understand you young guys and young people about how rough it is. But let me tell you how crazy my mom was. My mom was following the Bible. And the Bible says, spare the rod, spare the child. It says, raise the child up as the way that you want him to go. My mother listened to God. My mom let it be known I'm not her friend. I can hear her now. I'm not one of your friends at school. I'm not going to play with you. My mom didn't play with me. My mom meant business. She let me know that she was the mother and I was the child. So listen up, you young kids. Listen up. So she must not have been too bad. My mom taught me how to, depend on myself, how to be independent. A lot of people always ask me, how come you don't need a coach out there every day with you when you practice? Because my mama taught me how to be self-sufficient. Practice can be at 5 a.m. People say, how can you wake up on your own? No alarm clock. My mama taught me how to wake up on my own. No alarm clock. How can you be on time to work? My mama taught me how to wake up and be accountable. You know, she raised me to be a go-getter. She let me know that, hey, if I wanted to play outside, I had to do something to play outside. And then I had to do my chores. I had to be respectful. I had to clean up her bathtub. I ain't never even take a bath in her bathroom, but I had to clean that bad boy up. Which at the time I was so mad, but you know, I think about it. I lived at my mom's house for rent-free. My rent was to bring home good grades and was to keep the house clean and put up the groceries that she bought. She made me open the door for her. You know, my mama taught me how to be a good husband, how to respect my wife. She was so strict that, hey, I had my bachelor's and master's by the age of 23 from Southern Methodist University, which is not an easy university in Dallas, Texas. So evidently being strict did something to me. My mom was so mean. She was so mean, but yet and still, she made me successful. She instilled qualities and traits that I needed, qualities and characteristics and skills and tools that I needed that made me the person that I am today and the person I have yet to become. So yeah, my mom was mean, you know, mean and grounded me and instilled discipline in me. But you know what? She made me Chris Thomas that I am today. So young kids, listen to your parents. You know, hey, they're doing it for a good reason. My mama, I had whoopings. I don't even call them whoopings. I got beats. I got beats. But at the same time, hey, she made me a respectful young man. I'm able to look people in their eyes. I'm able to shake their hands, say yes, sir, no, ma'am. If I see an older lady in the parking lot, I run over there and help her get water, you know, from the lower part of her cart, shopping cart, put it in her car, take her cart for her. She taught me to be respectful. She taught me to be a man. My dad, he's a beast as well. We'll talk about him for Father's Day. But anyway, listen to your parents. Hey, it works. It works. I hated it at the time, but now that I look back, I thank God for putting my mom in my life and allowing me to, you know, she never let up. No matter what, she never let up. I failed a test and I say, everybody in class failed it. She goes, I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about you. No excuses. No steroids, just God. Christ in Sports. Check out the website. Love y'all. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Hey, kids, listen to your parents. Love y'all. Bye-bye.